What's going on, everybody? Welcome again to another stream. It's good to see all of you all. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. Got a little different type of stream we're going to be doing today, man. And Imam was reacting to my discussion with the kittens on Hamza's Den, and I wanted to review this today because I think that we all would find this enjoyable. So as you guys are coming in, come on in, hit the like button, and we got a somewhat of a treat here today for you all. By the way, as well, remember we just started Spotify. So if you guys are on Spotify, you guys want to download some of the live streams, have an audio version. You guys want to listen on the plane, long drives, or whatever, then go ahead and follow us on Spotify. All right. We're trying to get our first 1,000 followers. So hit us up. Also, if you guys are looking to give monetarily, all the links are in the description. The best way to support, some of you guys asked what's the best way. So the best way to support is by becoming a patron. So joining the Patreon is the best way to support the ministry. We also have a donation link, a Godlogic Apologetics donation link right in the description, but you also give through PayPal, Zelle, or, what else we got? Venmo, stuff like that. So yeah, so the best ways, become a patron, or, also just give a big donation in the Godlogic Apologetics donation link. Everything's in the description. Okay, guys. But yeah, pretty soon we're trying to work towards having an official podcast setting. So look for that this year. That's what we're praying on, and hopefully God opens the doors for that, and we can have a podcast setting, and have some real episodes, possibly also some Spotify exclusive episodes as well. All right. You was in there. Oh man, the Muslims, man, they come up with the best arguments, don't they? Where did your nature go, bro? They have the best arguments. They truly do. Objectively, they have the best arguments. All right, let's see here. We also got Jordan. Apple Podcast coming soon. Maybe. We haven't spoken about that. But I'm pretty sure that in transitioning with Spotify, we'll end up going on Apple as well. So we'll see where the Lord takes us. But how many of you guys remember? The conversation that I had with Hamza's Den, the 4 kittens that was there? It was Hamza, it was I forget the other guy's name, Fawad, and I think his name Maurice, and I forget the long hair guy's name. You guys remember that? When I went there asking, does Allah have a son? Does everybody remember? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember. You guys remember that, right? And boy, was that a fun time we had, wasn't it? An amazing time. A great time. It was one of the funnest live streams that I've had. And so we were live. I crashed Hamza's Den. It was me in my happy place, surrounded by the Muslims. And I was asking them, could Allah have a son if he wanted? And the struggle to answer that question and to deal with that question, you didn't just see it. You physically saw the stress and the struggle with these guys. They were uncomfortable. They were sighing. We got that egg question. Which egg does Allah use? That's right. Which egg does Allah use to have a son? All kinds of stuff. It was amazing. And so, interestingly, we have an Imam that reacted to a clip. And his video, it's funny, his video is titled, "Is Godlogic Apologetics the Future of Christian Representation?" Now, with a title like that, guys, what do you guys pick up when an Imam, a Muslim, titles his video with the title, "Is Godlogic Apologetics the Future He puts that in all caps. The future of Christian representation. What are some things that come to your mind, guys? That where do you think his head is when he puts a title like that? What do you guys think? Someone said scared out of his mind. Scared? Scared that I'm it, huh? Scared that I'm the face. That's funny. Exactly. Trying to insult. Exactly. Trying to insult. Someone said clout chasing. Someone said he's a big fan. Interesting. He's a big fan. A Muslim shuffle. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Instead of dealing with the issue at hand, maybe shuffling to attacking my character in a way, right? That he's a believer. That he's a believer in the ministry. Yeah, we do got 300K coming pretty soon. We got 300K coming pretty soon. Oh, Lika says, I'm a shake now. After listening to that idiot fumble over things our children, church kids understand. 100%. Now, to be clear, guys, she's talking about something else. She's not talking about this Imam here. She's talking about the conversation we were just having on TikTok. But yes, 110%. You are now a shake, Lika. You have upgraded. GL, I know more about Islam than all four of y'all. That's exactly what I said. Jonah says, brother, a weekly or bi-monthly roundtable style podcast with different guests, interviews, and Christian culture topics would do numbers. I agree. And I think that is the direction that we want to go. I would love to do exactly what you just said, Jordan. It's a beautiful idea and stuff that we're in the topic in talks of doing. All right. So not to stall anymore. We have 1,000 people in here. So everybody that's watching this, make sure you guys hit the like button. Oh, and I will open the floor for the Muslims to join and to give me their opinions on if their Imam gave a good critique, what they think about the subject, and can Allah have a son if he wanted to. I want Muslims to come and engage with this. All right. So I will open up the floor for the Muslims to come debate. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and let's watch this Imam put together, a good, healthy critique. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's see what he hollering about. All right. So let's go ahead and put it on the screen here. Here we go. All right. Let's make sure. Let me make sure it's audible. All right.
I know the Quran more than anybody on this panel. You know what I'm saying? I know the Quran. Yeah, you think you'll.
So right away, this is a problem. I've been asked to look these guys up. I did a video on West Huff a day or more ago. And, so I've been looking up some of these so-called apologists. They're not really apologists. There are Christian apologists in the real history. These were men of piety. These were men of righteousness. Obviously, as a Muslim, we don't agree with their theology. They still are apologists today. But these were men, and in some cases, women who were devoted to a religious life. These sort of internet personalities, they're completely different. They're not what I would consider to be in terms of their spirit. It doesn't resonate with me, what I get when I encounter people of the Christian faith, good Christians. I'm not saying that they're not Christians, but I mean like pious worshipers who are devoted to Christian theology in service to God.
So off the bat, he's making the distinction between internet personalities and then true pious Christians who speak and walk in accordance with good religious standard and speak with a religious eloquence that is not seen in today's apologetics on the internet. And so I find that an interesting take off the bat. That's what he judges. Let's see a couple of you guys. We got Tish who says, like I said, Avery, Islam is on life support in 2025 because of you guys. Time to diversify. I agree. I think it's time to put Hebrew Israelism on life support. What do you guys think? Let's put Hebrew Israelism on life support. Godlogic and Joe Rogan collab. Lord willing, soon, maybe. Lord willing, in the future. Let's see if God opens that door. Maybe one day. Kevin says, just wanted to say that I saw a comment on Instagram that made me laugh a lot. That goes, if she nine, she mine. That's tough. That's tough. And then we got Christoph, who says he knows who you are. He fronting. Maybe not. Godlogic still the boss. Facts. All right, let's see. Let's continue. So automatically judging the character. Now let's see what else he says here.
A lot of these individuals are very arrogant. They have this sort of their ego just resonates or it shines through and through. So even this statement, we can't even get into it right away. Nobody talks like this. Nobody even in the biblical tradition talks like this about the Bible. Nobody in the Quranic tradition says, I know more about. That's not even the way servants of God talk.
Now, this is interesting. An interesting take that nobody talks like this. Not real servants of God. Real servants of God are not going to come out and say what they know. And so I think that he is condemned, over half the Ummah then, right? He's condemned guys like Zakir Naik, who was just, now how many of you guys, did you guys see Zakir Naik's recent video with a brother who was challenging him on whether or not Allah is a father? And Zakir Naik was struggling with that. Did you guys see that video? Let me know if you guys saw that video. Zakir Naik, recent, how he does it. He's at the panel and the guy comes to the mic and asks questions, right? And in this video, Zakir was so stumped that he then tried to intimidate the brother and says, I've been doing this longer than you. I know the verse by heart. I know the Bible more than you know the Bible. Y'all remember him saying that? So Zakir Naik, who, a lot of Muslims praise, say, he's the one saying, I know the Bible more than you. I memorized the verses. I know the Bible more than you. Right? So he just condemns Zakir Naik. That's amazing. But Paul actually does this, doesn't he? Doesn't Paul talk about how if he had reason to boast, if somebody had reason to boast, he would have the most reason to boast because he is the most studied and most well-rounded than any of these guys. And that if he wanted to boast, he could boast in that, right? Or if he was to boast, he could boast about that. But that is nothing. It means nothing in Christ. And that his boasting is only in the Lord, right? So even Paul comes out and says that if we're talking about boasting, I have more right to boast than any of you guys. I know more about the scriptures and I'm more studied than any of you. And not even I can boast outside of the Lord. He boasts in the Lord. Same here. There's nothing wrong, guys. And by the way, just to keep it clear, there's nothing wrong with, being stern and honest and realistic about your skill set with also having a humility to it, right? You can tell the truth in humility. You can be confident and humble at the same time. Confidence and humility are not mutually exclusive, right? But according to these guys, I guess it is. You can't be confident and humble at the same time. Let's see.
So you already know when someone enters into the room, or I guess in this case, they've entered into his room, speaking like this, you're never going to have a real a debate in good faith. You're never going to have a discussion in good faith. But nevertheless, let's see where it goes.
So without seeing where it went, he already judged that you can't have a discussion with someone like me in good faith. Now, we'll see if his mind changes throughout this conversation.
More Quran than anyone on this panel.
I'm trying to tell you.
Faith. But nevertheless, let's see where it goes.
You know more Quran than anyone on this panel.
I'm trying to tell you.
He says that he knows the Quran more than anybody on this panel.
Don't bite on Maurice. Don't bite on that. Don't bite on that.
Maurice, bite on it.
Maurice, don't bite on that. Leave that.
No, please.
No, man, we got a clear rookie on the show. We got a clear rookie on the panel. Go ahead and bite on it, Maurice.
Just leave it.
Yes,
Okay. Make a point.
Watch him get smashed by a rookie. So check this out. How much Arabic do you actually know?
No, Maurice, forget that. It's a red herring.
I know it's a red herring.
Leave it then. Leave the red herring at the door.
So he grabbed some popcorn.
So leave the logical fallacies at the door. Argument being made by Ramsey. Can you stop talking when I'm talking, please?
Speak right now.
Whining.
And here he has a chef. Okay, he has a chef uniform. Okay, so this is entertainment. This is clearly not religious propagation so much so as it is content creation. Okay.
Keep whining. If I was to say right now,
Ramsey.